All right. So tonight I'm doing two things at once. I'm playing Minecraft parkour and reading some of the most unhinged relationship drama people have ever posted on Reddit. And the first story I'm about to read, it's about a grown man who refuses to wipe after using the bathroom because he thinks it makes him gay. Yeah, that's where we're starting. So if you want something to listen to while relaxing, studying, or just zoning out, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. All right, this one's from a 26-year-old woman who's been dating her boyfriend. He's 27 for almost a year. They moved in together about 3 months ago, and up until recently, things were pretty good. He's funny, smart, they get along well, similar goals, all that normal relationship stuff. But then she says, there's been a problem, a really gross problem. When they first moved in together, she noticed he never had toilet paper in his bathroom. They have two bathrooms and usually use separate ones. So at first she didn't think too much of it. She assumed maybe he used wipes or something. But then she started noticing smells, like really bad smells. His laundry started smelling off in a very specific way. That's already not a great sign. She eventually brought it up, trying to be gentle about it. He immediately got defensive and told her to drop it. But after noticing way too many suspiciously stained boxers and just a level of funk no grown adult should be walking around with, she finally asked him directly, "Do you wipe after you poop?" And he shrugged. He literally shrugged and said, "Nah, wiping is kind of gay. Why would I touch my own ass?" Wait, what? He wasn't joking. He genuinely believed that wiping after using the bathroom somehow made him less of a man, and that real men just let it go and move on with their day. I honestly don't even know how to process that. She told him that this wasn't just stupid, it was unhygienic, and that it was genuinely making her feel sick being around him sometimes. And this grown man, told her she was being judgmental and that she should accept him for who he is. She told him she draws the line at poop, which, yeah, that feels like a pretty reasonable boundary. She said if he didn't start wiping and taking basic hygiene seriously, she'd have to reconsider the relationship. Now he's sulking, accusing her of being shallow, saying she's prioritizing societal expectations over true love. He even sent her a link to some men's rights subreddit post about how wiping is emasculating. I mean, come on, this isn't about masculinity. This is about basic hygiene. This is about not walking around smelling like literal crap and expecting your partner to be okay with it. All right, there's got to be an update to this one. Let me see. All right, here it is. She starts with, "I broke up with him. Good, honestly good." She says she sat him down and explained calmly that it wasn't just about wiping. It was about respect for her, for himself, and for the space they shared. She told him she couldn't imagine a future with someone who refused to do something so basic. He stared at her for a few seconds, laughed awkwardly, and said, "So, this is what ends us? Over wiping?" She told him she wasn't asking him to change his personality. She was asking him to not smell like shit. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's when it got dramatic. He threw his keys on the couch, started packing random stuff, mismatched socks, two deodorants, which is ironic, and even grabbed a frozen burrito from the freezer on his way out. A frozen burrito. Before leaving, he told her, "You'll regret this. You'll never find another guy like me." And she replied, "That's kind of the point." Chef's kiss. Since then, he's been texting passive-aggressive stuff like, "Hope your next guy wipes and lies to you about it," and "Real men don't fold for toilet paper." She says she deep cleaned the apartment, lit a candle, did several loads of laundry, and finally feels comfortable sitting on her own couch again. Good for her. Seriously. All right, let's move on. This next one is titled, "My fiance wants to try an open relationship before we get married." Yeah, this never ends well. This is from a 25-year-old woman. Her fiance is 24. They've been together almost 4 years and recently got engaged. She thought everything was perfect until one night they were watching TV and he started acting really strange, fidgeting, tapping his fingers, barely paying attention. Halfway through the episode, he paused it and said he needed to talk about something important. That's never good. He started crying and said she was his first real relationship, that he didn't have much experience before her, and now that marriage was getting real, he was scared. Eventually, he said he thought trying an open relationship might be good for them, at least temporarily. There it is. He said he loved her and still wanted to marry her no matter what. He just wanted to experience other people first. And look, open relationships work for some people. That's fine. But springing this on your fiancé out of nowhere, that's not fair. She wasn't okay with it. She didn't want to see other people. She only wanted him. And now, even if she said no, the trust was already broken. She wondered if he had already cheated or if there was someone specific. Turns out, yeah, there was. All right, let's check the update. They called off the engagement and broke up. He admitted the real reason he brought it up was because he had a crush on a girl at a coffee shop he went to regularly. She had given him her number, barista. He was willing to throw away a multi-year relationship because of a crush. She told him he could see other people. She just wouldn't be there anymore. And honestly, good for her. That kind of trust doesn't come back easily. All right, last story. This one's about a woman who broke off an engagement because her ex cheated on her. The engagement ring was a family heirloom passed down from her late grandmother. After the breakup, her ex demanded the ring back, claimed that Alabama law said engagement rings must be returned to the man if the wedding doesn't happen, which, no, that's not how that works. The ring wasn't even his. It belonged to her family and had only been in his possession for less than a day before he proposed. He threatened to sue her if she didn't return it. There's an update to this one too, and it's actually kind of amazing. Instead of a lawsuit, her entire family showed up to her apartment to support her. Cousins, uncles, even her grandfather, some with firearms, one with a banjo, and someone brought a giant sheet cake. It turned into a full-on family party celebrating the fact that she didn't marry an asshole. Even her ex's family took her side. His dad called, apologized, promised the ex wouldn't bother her again, and sent her a Home Depot gift card with a note saying it was for a better table for a better man. That's incredible. Honestly, that's the best ending we could have asked for. All right, that's it for today. We had the guy who refused to wipe, the fiance who wanted an open relationship because of a barista, and the ex who tried to claim a family heirloom. It's wild what people share online, but there's also something comforting about realizing you're not the only one dealing with messy situations. If you enjoyed listening, feel free to subscribe. I'll be doing more long-form Reddit stories like this in the future. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.